There's Bruin Kaimi Fairbairn to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and off play action. Here's Mahomes. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards on the play.
That's good for a Browns first down. It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Browns first down.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Short throw to Disley. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Ravens 48.
They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 41. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
And the Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Up the middle they go with Adams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Now here's Mahomes. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think that's a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They struggle to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. We might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Murray now. Now he's going to step up and run. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 2nd and 11.
At the 22-yard line.
Off the option, it's Jones. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. You look at this Browns defense. They come into this one ranked #5 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Here's 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Ravens' 44-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The Ravens offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. The numbers for Jones last week: 15 carries, 76 yards.
I can remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he'll get this up to the 25.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
That's another Baltimore first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Got an open man, it's Pickens. The Ravens at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you talk about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 40.
Murray going to throw. Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
16 yards. That's another Baltimore first down.
Running right, Jones. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks. And, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take care of the ball because, remember, the team making the fewest mistakes usually wins the game. So you got to take care of the ball, lock it away, high and tight, as you often hear from running back coaches. 4 points of pressure, fingertips, forearm, biceps, sternum, or chest. Put it away.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And the Browns first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Mahomes now to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up third and
Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
intended for Will Disley.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. And the Ravens taking the field. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now. Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. That'll be complete to Alan Lazard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. The Cleveland offense ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On first and 10, it's Robinson. That's some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. Here's second and 3.
Brings up second and 3 at the 45.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. A run up the middle. Adams. And he'll only get a yard to bring up third and 1. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he is going to have a Browns first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
2 yards on the play. First down, Browns.
They go play fake. Mahomes. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
15 yards on the play. That's another Browns.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Short throw to Disley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
Now Mahomes. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
A gain of 5 yards. It's fourth down and less than a yard.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Well, start with the option. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. To throw is Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Browns offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The drive starts with a handoff to Adams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's good for a Browns.
On first down, this is Adams. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Now a first carry for their fullback. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
A gain of 16 yards. First down.
Mahomes going to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 2nd down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have retaken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's Murray. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Short throw to Disley. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup.
On the handoff, Adams here. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll look to throw here on first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's going to be caught from Brown's touchdown. Deebo Samuel halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A little juke. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now Murray. And he will find his man on the outside. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. To throw, it's Murray. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Throwing now is Murray. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The punt team and Vernon out there as he gets this one away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cleveland offense making their way out. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Now here's Mahomes. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw. Short throw to Disley. Here is 3rd down and 4. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This now a 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number one. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Here's Murray. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Brings up third down and 8 yards to go.
Murray now to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's blocked down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10.
Up the middle, Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. 2nd down and 4.
Jones. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Off the option, it's Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
And 1.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And some room to maneuver. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 13.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 9-yard line.
Murray going to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
Murray now. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Looking to put a drive together. play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Browns first down.
On to give, it's Adams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
That's good for the Browns. First down.
On the ground, right side, it's Adams. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
They got completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
And his throw here's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Mahomes now to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Michael Pittman, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And he's closing in on that number. They're all running back circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An inside give to Jones. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 56 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
1st and 10 at the
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And pass past the 35. He'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Now on first down, he'll drive the throw. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
2-0, Calvin Ridley. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
5-yard gain on the play. And a Baltimore first down.
Back to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we play 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. From the gun on third down, Murray. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Sam Laporta, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Browns offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Now he'll tuck it. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he is caught. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll run again with Adams. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Mahomes. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Ooh, with a juke. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
That's another Browns first down.
Mahomes is going to run the option left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, 15 yards. And the Browns are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
To throw is Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10.
4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They go to Johnson again. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going. John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here.
The previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He's got it to the 43 here. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's another Baltimore first down.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. The This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
3 yards. And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and goal.
Now Jones. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Murray now running right on the option. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Now 3rd and goal.
Shotgun now from Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th down and goal.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. There's Trimble, the tight end. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And they work this out past the 25. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. But Charles, you think about this victory, pretty impressive. They came in facing one of the top defenses in the National Football League. Not only did they get the win, they played a clean football game, didn't have any turnovers against that great.
Representing the legendary Al Davis and the team's wheel to just win, baby. The torch is lit before every game inside of Allegiant Stadium, as these fans hope it indeed drives their Raiders to victory. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And Monday night prime time is underway. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
All J.J. has ever done in his career, no matter where he's been, is win. And there is something to that. I know at times it's hard to measure how much of it was him, how much of it the people around him. Most importantly, just ask his teammates over the years. They love playing with him. That is a characteristic that's important, and I don't think talked about enough, Kate. Do your guys in the huddle want to play for you? Do they believe in you? Everywhere J.J. has been, he's lit up that huddle, and success has followed.
On play action now, McCarthy. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. That's going to bring up third down. Third and long for him here. Got to it right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. And, partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of their biggest challenges in this one, operating quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right, and I know it's very, very early, obviously the opening drive, but hits like that compound. That's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
Here come the Raiders now for their opening drive. And leading them out is a master at overcoming adversity before and after being drafted 8th overall in 2024. Out of your alma mater, Washington, it's Michael Penix Jr.
One of the big advantages of Michael Penix coming into the league is it wasn't storybook in college. In fact, he got beat up in Bloomington. Everybody remembers the end at Washington, the runner-up for the Heisman, the national title game. But he took a beating. Injuries derailed many of his years back at Indiana. And I think because of that background, because of all that gets built through that adversity, he's more than ready for everything that comes his way in the NFL. That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
This is ahead for about 5. Tyson Campbell, the man on that tackle. We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. From the gun, they go with McClellan. Still has some space inside the 35. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Yards on the play. That's good for a Las Vegas.
They go to McClellan again. And he got what he could there, rolling to the 14. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
At the 14-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Penix here from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd down, it's Penix. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. And that makes it 4th down.
Chase McLaughlin on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that one is going to get them on the scoreboard.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. Early momentum with that field goal.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Campbell now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So Miami headed out for its 2nd drive of the game. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. And target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. And keep this drive moving, partners. Here's another 1st and 10.
And the Dolphins first down.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain of 9. Brings up
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Hand off to the up end. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, when I backed up Peyton Manning for a couple years, he loved to know a team's tendencies. And then he wanted to bust on them. And that's exactly what that play just did. Got some nice yardage, and it wouldn't be surprising to see that call used again in a similar spot.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
McCarthy fires out wide. Complete. He takes this forward a little into about the 39. Cole Holcomb there on the stop.
It's a gain of 4.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. That finds Davis complete. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone.
It's a gain of
Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that is a Dolphins 1st down.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
From the gun, McCaffrey. Solid run in here, and that's 9 yards as he brings up 2nd down.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, kid. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that ball later.
And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal, Miami.
They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal.
At the Raiders' 6-yard line.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. Quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player, and now as a coach, please don't do that again.
McManus sends it through. And we're all tied up now in the 1st half.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Moore with a return. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. 2nd drive coming up for the Las Vegas offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. They give to McClellan from the gun. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Play fake. Penix. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And all set now. 1st and 10. McClellan running behind center. And his charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
And it's looking to run with it. Get some space around midfield. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
First down. First and 10 at the
And just in case this
37-yard
offense
line.
didn't have enough to contend with. Now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
He gives to McClellan on the inside handoff. 3 inside the 30. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
That's another Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now Penix off the play action. In trouble now, and the ball is out. And it looks like the Dolphins have it.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Miami set to take over once again on offense. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. First and 10 from the 32. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. He finds Neighbors right side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 30.
We're at the end of one in a defensive showdown that has lived up to its billing thus far. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They have it, second and 4. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's going to be caught by his back, McCaffrey. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
It's third down and 5.
Throwing on third, McCarthy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Pulled in at the 20. They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. The Raiders and Jace McClellan making their way out now. They lost it in enemy territory their last time out. Never a spot you want to fumble. So I imagine, Brock, it's going to be 2 hands on the football as they return to the field. Here's a handoff from McClellan. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Knocked down by Jahan Campbell. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Penix working from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. First and 10 from the 43.
And the Raider first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the shotgun, Penix. Dumped off to his running back. Gets it up to his own 45 on a small gain. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 45.
To the air with Penix. Dumps it off to his running back. And they're backed up a bunch ahead of this third down, Brock, as this is out at least a few yards behind the line.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
And again, it's Penix. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so that brings up fourth and long. The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. Ethan Evans, the one to kick it away. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Miami offense heading out there now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. First down now, ball at the 33. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. He dodged the tackle. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7. After that little 8-yard scoop, here comes 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off play action. It's McCarthy. That's caught. It's the Clemson rookie. And he's out of bounds with that first down in hand. For the moment, though, we've got a flag down. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Varner with the grab. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. He's drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Another punch brings Johnny Hecker back to the field. Back deep to return, that's Elijah Moore. Takes this in at the 25. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Raiders and Jace McClellan making their way out now. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution, and more than likely, making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff to McClellan. Let's call that a solid run there, partner. He got about 6. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. First and 10 now from the 46.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down.
A give here to McClellan. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They're running the option, short side. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be 3rd down.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
He'll air it out on 3rd. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And there won't be a return on this one. It's out of bounds, and the mark looks to be at about the 16-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know, if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw, McCarthy. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it's going to be first down Miami. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Going to the ground again on 1st. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That's Harrison Phillips there for the stop. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Throw here, 3rd down. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Johnny Hecker on that a punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Escapes a defender, and it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. The Raiders and Jace McClellan making their way out now. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Now run by McClellan. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field.
He's across midfield.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
It's 2nd and inches.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Right side, this is reeled in by Warren. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Penix here from the gun. They'll try and run this. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
Handoff goes to McClellan, running right. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. And following the play, we've got a break in the action as the trainers head out. They had a man hurt on the play, and hopefully this doesn't affect his availability for the playoffs.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Drawing up the design keeper. And nothing was going to help him escape that. He gets hit for a loss. 2nd down coming up. The timeout taken by Vegas. That's it, 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. 3rd and long for him here. Going to receiver screen here. It's Worthy. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much as training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
He'll throw it. It's caught, Barner. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. So a field goal game at the half. Good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Reed now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Raiders and Jace McClellan making their way out now. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Penix. He's got this complete to James Gunn. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
No gain on the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
3rd down, it's Penix. Downfield to Warren, he's got it. And he's tackled after a big gain, but he's not going to get to keep the yards or the first down that he picked up either. We got a flag down in the neighborhood of holding. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Penix facing a 3rd and long. Wiley hauls it in. And this one does not go far. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Forcing it up past the 30. He gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. The Dolphins are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. On play action now, McCarthy. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And he's forced down bounds after picking up about 7. 2nd and 3 now.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. Shoots away from one. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
And the Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that one.
So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Great coverage all the way to the sideline. They're on him to end that quick pass before he can get vertical.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He finds Neighbors right side. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a first down.
McManus sends it through. And that will tie things up in the 3rd.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. But that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Moore with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Raiders and Jace McClellan making their way out now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. That one only good for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Well, I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Again, it's Cook. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. And a
Fresh set of downs now from the 39.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive. Because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
From the gun on third, Penix. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. Give him 38 on that one. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers, or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line.
It leads to second and 10.
Penix working from the gun. That one's caught along the left sideline. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10.
21 yards. That's another Raiders first down.
Enough to Cook here out of the zone read. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up second and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Another one for Cook. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
Tackled at the 7-yard line.
All right, we'll take a brief timeout here for an injured player. Never something you want to see this late in the season. They're going to check him out. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. To the air with Penix. Dialing up a receiver screen. And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's 4th down.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB, you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
A 25-yard attempt.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up. And they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Gamble now on the return. He dodged the tackle. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Dolphins are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Xavier Watts on the coverage.
McCarthy trying again on 2nd down. Rolling left, buying some time. He's taken down after reaching the 30. That was Xavier Watts getting in there defensively. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
To the air on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They get 19 on that pickup. And that is the Dolphins' 1st down.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Dolphins.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down.
The tackle away just shy of midfield. A gain of a yard.
Slot man motioned over.
And 9.
Play action, McCarthy. Low left side, caught by Davis. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
All right, we reach the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's Dolphins ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode. They trail to start the 4th. Nickel set here from the Raiders. 3rd down. Third and long. They're going to throw. Completed over the middle. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the 1st. Great tackle there to bring up 4th down. Now apparently a little too long to run the field goal unit out. And the offense staying put to go for it. They'll go. It's McCaffrey. And he won't fight through. Needed 1 yard forward. Send him 1 yard backwards. That's going to get turned over on downs.
You know, it's almost like the defense heard that call in their helmet themselves. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And their reward is getting off the field.
Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Penix here from the gun. To the right side and reeled in by London. And give him the 47-yard line, Brock, as he's nestled up right near that 1st down marker.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Trying to get it with the option. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
A gain of 3 yards.
Markers are reset. Here we go, ball at the 44.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Penix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 30.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. I think we both sensed it as the play was developing, Brock. It didn't look like either guy wanted the football, and you can see why with how well it played out defensively.
Yeah, there's 2 looks as a quarterback you hate to see on your teammate's face. When you throw your receiver into coverage and he gets smacked, and then when you pitch it out to the running back and he gets the negative yards on his stat sheet, yeah, that's one the quarterback's got to rectify.
What are you doing, bro? So Chase McLaughlin is on in a high-pressure spot. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash.
A 51-yard attempt.
Got all of it, and this is good. And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it. Likely, probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
This makes it up to the 25. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. They're coming off a 4th down try that didn't work in their favor. Let's see how that might affect the approach they take this time out. First call here coming from the shotgun. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Finds a small seam. That's good for 5. Make it third down.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Throwing on third, McCarthy. That finds Davis complete. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
From the gun, McCaffrey. He's caught just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. It's going to be second down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Brings up third down.
Third and long for him here. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, they've got a first down here. So after the call, defense in a much different spot. Instead of forcing a fourth down, it's back to first. Running it after the penalty. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. Second down coming up.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Off play action. It's McCarthy. Barner's got it. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for third and 6.
Brings up third and 6.
They'll air it out on third. And this finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins come through to tie it in the fourth. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle of the field open or close? Do I got a single high or two high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
The touchdown brought it even, and this try can give them a fourth quarter lead. And he comes through on the kick to give him the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Makes the score Dolphins 13, Raiders 12.
Reed now to kick this one away. Moore with a return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Raiders and Drake London headed back out onto the field. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. Throwing now on first down, Penix. Finds him on the crossing route. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. And one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. And it's looking to run with it. And all he can get is a yard here, bro. It's going to be third down.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Third down, it's Penix. That one nabbed by Warren. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
19 yards. And a Raider first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Just a little reminder right there that he's more than a passer. They'll call his number as a runner too, especially if the defenses don't account for him.
Again, Penix will keep it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A 7-yard gain.
You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. No up the middle, none outside either, Brock. So give him just 2 yards on that carry. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Dolphins' 10-yard line.
Sending him on the dive. And it's barely anything on that run, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders down by only 1. He'll throw it. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
So Chase McLaughlin is on in a high-pressure spot. They're going to mark this as a 24-yarder. That one is good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed the lead.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. It's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
Campbell now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Dolphins are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up to the 27.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line. Setting up to pass. He finds Neighbors right side. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the 1st down. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
First down.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike.
10 more yards.
Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line.
Dolphins first down.
Here he is to throw. Knocked away. That's going to be incomplete. Defender there. That brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Malik Hooker on the coverage.
Oh, love this. He gets another one. Keep feeding that fullback, baby. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders side of the field. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line.
A 5-yard pickup on the
Here he is to throw.
And it's 3rd down.
Into the hands of Harrison. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. They bring Sutton in motion left. Again, left side to McCaffrey. They're backed up. Not the stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. He'll look to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
An important attempt coming up here for Brandon McManus. This is from 35 out on the left hash. That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
You know what I love about that, Kate? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
Moore with a return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Raiders and Michael Penix Jr. set to take over again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. He dumps this off to Cook. He reaches the sideline, clock stops, but the defense holds him to a gain of maybe 6 or 7.
At the 36-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 7.
He covered just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
He was covered by Tyson Campbell.
Throwing now. Drops it off to Cook. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout. Again, Penix to the air. Hits him on the out route. And no gain after the catch, but the gain's still out across midfield. They're to the 45. Well, they waited right until the end to use this final timeout. Only 6 seconds left on the clock. This is for the ball game. Deflected. Oh, they couldn't bring it in off the tip drill, though. They had the chance they wanted, Brock, but no, that's how this one's going to end. So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins, your winners, as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.